Is it just me, or I just don't get why in the NBA the regular season seems to be separated from the playoffs when it comes to the who wins the regular season MVP, just the awards in general, first team All NBA. Um, if you look at the all-time top scorer of the NBA, it's usually taken from regular season stats. Who has the most triple doubles? You know, just a lot of counting stats and award. Why is it separated when, in my opinion, it should be combined? There are 30 teams in the NBA. 16 of them qualify for the playoffs. So that's more than 50%. So the playoffs is very pivotal in how the NBA season takes place. So in my opinion, when it comes to the MVP, for instance, I think they should wait till the season is over before giving the MVP. Some may say then the winner is always going to go to the champion. Not necessarily. Off the top of my head, last year, it would have went to the champion because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the league in scoring. His team had the best record in the league, and then they went to go and win the NBA title, and he was the finals MVP. You know, averaged like 30 points in the playoffs. So I think that would have been well deserved. But the year before, Celtics won the title. I don't think the Celtics would have had the MVP that year. You know, their best player was Jason Tatum. But if I was to give the MVP in the 24 season, I would have given it to Luka Doncic, who led the league in scoring in the regular season, then led the Dallas Mavericks to the NBA Finals. That would have been my MVP winner. So it wouldn't always go to the winner of the NBA championship. I just personally think if you went by that model, the MVP award would be more legitimate in my eyes. You know, there was years that Michael Jordan didn't win, for instance. And then 1 year Karl Malone won it, or Charles Barkley. But then the Bulls ended up winning the title, and Jordan proved in the postseason that he's the best player in the league. You know, even like with the stats, for instance, LeBron James is the all-time top scorer of the NBA. I think he should have been recognized before they actually gave him that title when he broke the regular season record. But if you combine with the playoffs, he would have already broken that record before that. I don't understand why they had to wait till he was the all-time scorer in the regular season to confirm that he's the all-time scorer in the league when he had already done it if you added his playoff points. You know, even like with triple-double stats, Jokic, I believe, he's very close to Westbrook in all-time triple-doubles if you combine the playoffs. But they're only going to celebrate him as being the all-time scorer when he's the regular season all-time triple-double maker, not all-time scorer. But if you add the playoffs, he could pass Westbrook this year in assists as well. I just think everything, who's the all-time scorer, who's the all-time assist maker, triple-doubles, MVP, I just think this separation from regular season to playoffs, I just personally don't think it makes any sense. And I think the NBA should combine the two, and you will see more legitimate winners of the MVP and first team NBA, All NBA, in my opinion. And some may say people won't take the regular season seriously. I don't think that's the case. I think already we saw load management anyway with this model. So if you were to change it to that model, I don't see how different it would actually be, really and truly. I just don't understand the separation, considering I know the regular season is where you play most of your games, but if the playoffs has 16 of your 30 teams and a lot of basketball discourse, a lot of the greatest all-time moments, a lot of them are playoff moments. So why is it there seems to be this separation? I just think they should just merge the two and stop this distance with regular season MVP and who's the all-time scorer in the regular season. Just merge the two from in the NBA in terms of regular season and playoffs. Just combine the two, and in my opinion, that is a better model.